There are a couple things that you're going to want. So while you've got me up on the screen, open a new tab in your browser and go to this bit.ly/YIMP-workbook. That's your internet marketing plan-workbook. That will get you the entire workbook for today's workshop. And even if you don't have time to fill it out as we go through it, you should be able to fill out some basics, and then you can kind of come back and get this. But you can get this entire workbook for free. Just grab that link there, grab that workbook, and then pop back over here so you can see our screen as well. bit.ly/YIMP-workbook should get you to the full workbook. I think it's around 17, 18 pages, something like that. It's a PDF. So, all right, that is the workbook we're going to go through today. Now, if you've been on any of my workshops, we do workshops every single month of the year. You'll know that we always talk about the digital dominance method. And we built kind of this one-page graphic to show all the different things that you could be doing just on the internet marketing side for your business. There's website, there's SEO, there's pay-per-click, there's social media, right? There's all these things, right? So today we're talking just about an overview of all the different things that you can do. We're not going to go into all 12 of these. That would be crazy. But throughout the year, we touch on all these different things in our monthly workshops. So make sure to watch every month when the next workshop is coming out. You can also go to WTMarketingPros.com/training and get all of the past workshops that we've done. If you have a special need around pay-per-click, we did one of those back around, I don't know, September, I think. But no matter what the topic, there's probably already some training out there for you around that as well. So, all right, in the chat, let's jump over there real quick and just answer this one question for me. I want to know, what is the hardest part about marketing your business online? What's the hardest thing that you've come across when you're trying to get people to your website, get people to engage with your ads, all the different things that you're trying to do, social media? What do you think is the hardest part about all that? Knowing if it's working? Yeah, that's definitely a good one. We'll talk a little bit about tracking later on today. Keeping up with the changes. That's a good one. Just keeping up with all the different things that Google's doing. Google actually changes their algorithm sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. Now, these are minor little tweaks, but overall, there are well over 600 factors involved in getting all of the different things correct so that you show up at the top of Google. Does anybody know what all 600? Well, maybe the Google team knows what they are, but they're always tweaking to make it a little bit better. So time to get it done. That's a big one too. Just having the time to sit down and keep up with all the changes and then implement the things related to those changes, then also run a business, which is obviously not very easy to do. I get it. Too many choices. If you go back and look at the digital dominance method, there's a crazy amount of things that you could be doing. Which one's right? Where should I put my money? Where should I put my efforts? That's a really good one as well. Wayne says, growing the database to market to new people. Yeah. Building that outreach so that you can get in front of people that are obviously out there searching for products and services that you offer. How do you grow that database? And then if you offer commercial, so growing a database around things like senior centers and new construction and interior designers, right? All of these different things that you could also be growing a database towards so that you can market out to them as well. So great replies. I appreciate that. Lots of different things that are going into building a marketing plan. Now, today we're going to talk obviously about setting clear goals. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And for many years, I always kind of shrugged at goals and said, well, it's nice to put this lofty thing up there, but I didn't put any effort behind getting to those goals. And it's just like New Year's resolutions, right? They fizz out right away. But if you don't have clear goals, you're just kind of wandering. right? In this case, lost at sea. You're just kind of doing whatever, cruising around, which sometimes is okay, right? When you're on vacation, it's okay just to not really do anything. But when it comes to business, everybody wants to be inching forward every single day with some sort of goal in place. So clear goals is like having wind in your sails. You've got a direction, you've got some momentum and force behind what you're doing, right? So let me tell you about this really cool Harvard study that was done recently. They interviewed one of the graduating classes. 84% of the graduates had no specific goals of what they were going to do. 13% of them had goals. They didn't write them down. They just kind of had them in their head of what they wanted to accomplish. And 3% had clear written goals and the plans to accomplish them. The results are pretty crazy. 13% that had the goals kind of in their head, but hadn't written them down or had a clear vision on how to get there. They were on average making twice as much as the 84% who didn't have any kind of plan. And then the 3% who had clear written goals were making 10 times as much as the other 97% put together. Amazing, amazing study. And just seeing that, just getting that stuff down on paper and having it in front of you as a reminder really does do some things in your head and gets you on track, which is pretty awesome. So obviously you need to have clear written goals and plans. You need to set a minimum amount of days, a deadline, those sorts of things. What are we going to accomplish? And then we talk about breaking it down into a 1-year goal, quarterly goals, maybe even monthly goals. Where at Window Treatment Marketing Pros, we do quarterly rocks. So every rock, we have some things that we're hoping, we want to work towards that by the end of the quarter, those rocks are now completed and done. You could call them goals as well. But you also have to have the stopping point. So I mentioned we do it quarterly. You have to have some sort of stopping point that you can say, okay, did we hit our rocks? Did we hit our goals for this quarter? If not, we need to adjust. We need to change some things. Maybe we need to change our goals. Maybe we made more than we thought we were going to, and we need to up those yearly numbers. So make sure that you have that stopping point so that you know exactly if you're on track or not on track, right?